between PSG, LGD, and OG as PSG, LGD lead the charge in this best of 5, 2-1. Can they do it here? Is this the TI winning game, boys? We're seeing again OG trying something a little different. There's the Axe, another hero that people just aren't playing, but they're bringing it out here on their potential knockout game of the TI8 Grand Finals.
Such confidence, right? Like they just lost with Chet, they just lost with PL, and they just lost with Invoker. They're like, doesn't matter, we're gonna stick with our comfort, try to just play our own game. And I like that they're at least sticking to their guns. And
LGD's coach seems super confident. It's just like, yeah, no problem. I'm very happy with the draft.
So what sort of the panel talks about this offlaner, this Axe that gets picked up, they were looking for a hero that sort of offers some sort of a disable. Do you think this was sort of the best option? Were there sort of other things that you're a little surprised that OG didn't prioritize over going for the Axe?
I don't know if I can think anything just straight off the top of my head. I can't remember all the bans and everything, but it's a hero that we just don't see. It's a hero we just don't see often for a good reason.
I think Brew will destroy him in the team fight. You can cycle him and use him. Yeah. Like he won't be able to get back in position. You can even cycle him during the blade mail call if he's prepared. And yeah, he's going to do very well in lane, I would say. And he is a decent partner with the Wisp, but he struggles a lot in the mid game.
Yeah, and even versus the Tusk too, right? In a lot of situations, if the Tusk is in a good spot, you can get the snowball saves over and over again. So yeah, we'll see how it can work out for them, but I do feel like in the lane, this Axe, of course, will put on a good amount of pressure.
And we'll see how well Chalice is able to deal with that down there on the bottom, and what sort of lanes we do see from PSG, LGD, if they want to send down a support down there, or if they're going to just sack that bottom lane and leave Chalice alone.
Some friendly tipping going, some nice exchange coming out there. As we do see, of course, Enchantress also. X-Nova playing the support Enchantress. Not something we see so often, but we have seen it relegated to that role, especially from OG.
How many chickens have died in this spot?
Got to be careful. Looks like X-Nova's not going to be patient enough. The courier's starting to move up, but he's headed away from that mid lane as he'll look towards the top, as it seems, to join forces with FY and Arme, making sure that the Morphling can find the farm against Anna's PL in this safe lane. At the same time, TP up from JerAx to join in, tethers across to Anna. And this mid lane, this will certainly be the one to watch. We saw Topson Invoker already once here in this Grand Finals, and it did not have a good time. But top lane, the shards from FY out, trapping out JerAx and Notel, but JerAx has got the regen. Penitence from Notel onto FY will force back the Tusk. But this mid lane matchup, should this go better for Topson than it did when he played against Somnus' Kunkka?
Yeah, there's no way for him to kill the Fort Spear super easily, so he can actually use it this time. And I mean, he shouldn't get destroyed like last time.
It's really got to be dependent on the side lanes, right? Like if those side lanes start dropping low as soon as this Bloodseeker hits level 3, that's when you can start getting ran down very easily as an Invoker. Even with you have your Fort Spirits and everything up, it's very difficult because of that movement speed that you have. You have 282, and this Bloodseeker is going to be moving, for the most part, above 320 in this laning phase. I am a bit concerned for Topson, but he has to be able to work really well around this Fort Spirit.
Already these early levels, Somnus playing the lane perfectly in its aggression. 8 for 3 against the 3 for 1 on these early levels in that mid 1v1 matchup.
They've got JerAx low already. X-Nova though.
JerAx still paying them in. X-Nova's got the Fairy Fire. JerAx, he will fall, but not before they get the kill on X-Nova himself. FY also potentially in trouble. Anna comes across. FY does still have a snowball. Potentially unlikely to save him as Anna. Surely wants to steal Jason indeed. Rushes forward. There's JerAx with the tether. He's got the snowball to dodge the Spirit Lance at least, but FY very low. Actually gets taken down there. All right, the blast from Notel's Satire Tormentor. So OG getting themselves a second kill up top.
But all those creeps out of the tower with no one farming, they actually have a double wave on the side of OG going into LGD's tower. So yeah, they lost tower and they lost the hero, they lost first blood, but I think it's actually working out quite well for them.
And we're seeing what pretty much is expected as well down on the bottom lane at the moment. Ceb having that favorable matchup. 21 for 0 against the 10 for 1.
He's just creep cutting and pulling it into the jungle, so he's actually farming just a bit more than that Brewmaster. I like that JerAx instantly reacted and just went top. And let's see what they can do with this. They've got a triple wave coming under here too, so Ame might struggle a bit to get these last hits if OG plays aggressive, which they are immediately.
FY pops the shards out. Anna looking to get himself straight on top of Arme. JerAx is there with the tether onto Anna. Notel in trouble as the 3 of PSG LGD focus down the Chen and take the kill. Now with the snowball, they head over to JerAx as Anna. JerAx, they're potentially in trouble. The Fair Fire from JerAx healing Anna up a little bit. JerAx trying to look for the body blocks. The nuke damage from Arme not enough to kill off the PL as JerAx with the tether gets himself out as well. But mid indeed, Somnus diving in Topson. He's got the cold snap. The tower heading into Somnus as well, but Somnus gets the final touch, gets the kill. He has got a Fairy Fire and stick charges as well if needed. He doesn't even need to. The Tango regen enough as Somnus gets the solo kill. Whoa! He's got his sunglasses on today.
Just too much pressure coming out up top right now. It's really hurting Topson's lane. This Bloodseeker's almost level 5 to a level 3 Invoker.
Yeah, Topson's just really struggling with the CS too.
Yeah.
Flowing Blade and the Blood Rage is not enough. I mean, he does like the Pause Wex, but really struggling with his early phases in the game.
It's just, he's sitting at like 100 damage or more on the Bloodseeker, not even including the Quelling Blade. Topson walks up, actually gets caught by the Blood Right.
He does. He walks into the Blood Right. Now Somnus is just looking to chase him down as, oh no! Topson making a huge mistake in that middle lane. Top lane, No Tail will go down. Xana, going to fight back, trying to chase down FY. They get the Scepter Tormentor Blast. The Spirit Lance as well as FY will fall. OG get a trade up top. But that middle lane indeed at Topson, it looked like he felt that he could move up the ramp out of the Blood Right in time. But it kicks in, and Somnus in that middle lane, keeping that edge once again against the Topson Invoker, but this time on the Bloodseeker instead of that Kunkka from earlier.
I feel like I've seen this a few times where the Invokers just struggle a lot versus Bloodseeker because he has very little move. He has 0 points on Wex, and he has no boots. He's actually looking like he might be going for a kill early, so.
And that's with the Bloodseeker not even having boots yet. The Bloodseeker just has 50 movement speed over you at all times. And I don't know if Topson can play in this lane. They're just gonna go kill him once more instantly as soon as he shows back up. And right away, he doesn't have TP.
Yeah, FY is in for the side. He's got a double damage ring as well. FY is there in underneath the tower, punching down Topson. Topson falls once again. JerAx comes in with the tether across. They're trying to find something to response, but JerAx, he's in trouble. He will live. They get the kill. FY, he'll go down as well. So OG able to strike back in that mid lane with the rotation, getting the double kill for No Tail, but Nova walks in and gets the easiest kill of his life there onto JerAx. As they will find a trade Chalice as well, looking for this wraparound. He's got level 6, does have Primal Split available. CP back in from Topson with the Primal Split ready to go. He looks towards Topson underneath the tower. Topson, he needs help, but he needs it now. Has he got any way of playing his way out of this one? He's only got points in Quasi Exhaust, so no escape for Topson. As the walk around gang from Chalice with that Primal Split successful. It's even more than successful. It's brilliant. Double kill for Chalice. As he just walks over to mid as soon as he hits 6 and gets that play off.
What a great off-lane player that is. If you try and contest that, you're going to get destroyed. So he gets level 6 when the Invoker is level 4. And it's just grueling at this point.
They're taking the tower already too, so they're going to have access into the enemy jungle. They're going to have access into OG's jungle where Topson is going to have to, he's going to have to go to the jungle to try to catch back up here. He's level 4. Oh man.
A lot of weight is going to be on Ceb. He's had this bottom lane, he's got good levels, and he's got decent farm too. He's top of the net worth this game. Very close to having the Blink Dagger on top of the Ring of Health. But TPs are heading down. Somnus seeing if we can find the Rupture. Ceb, oh, he goes to farm. That's going to give time for Somnus to close the gap, get the Rupture. He's still pretty beefy, but is he beefy enough? I don't think so. The shards are out, trapping him in. The spin though, the taunt, the Sunstrike. Ceb, he gets the dunk off. The snowball save wasn't in time. And JerAx, he's in with the tether. OG, they're turning this one around. They look to run down FY. FY with the snowball, the shards already used. There's no way to escape, or maybe the Jukes. Is it enough? Oh, it is. Ceb, he gets fault. He can't get the dunk off. FY will survive.
Oh, that's his Blink Dagger right there.
But a very neat little play there from Ceb, being able to hold his ground. The Sunstrike, the dunk just before FY could get that snowball save up. It almost looked like the Bloodseeker was brought into the snowball, but at the same time getting that dunk off Ceb.
He's actually decided to go for the Vanguard instead.
Oh, despite having the money.
Yeah, just wanting to tank up a bit more, I guess.
I mean, as we saw in situations like that where he's getting beaten down by the Bloodseeker, it certainly will add that extra bit of time for JerAx to come in with those sort of plays.
He's still going to get that Blink at a very fast time, and they're going to really need him to make plays all around the map, because we already see PL's getting outfarmed a bit by the Morphling. The Bloodseeker to the Invoker comparison is crazy. And I mean, Chalice has a Blink already, so he's going to be the one making tons of moves around the map, and Sébastien has to match it.
This Bloodseeker is certainly going to become a big issue unless Ceb can come in with the plays.
And Topson's, he's full committed on Exort for now. He is 3 points in, not having any in Wex.
Arme has to be careful there. They do have those deep wards down, and he was walking around on 1 HP. So he has to be aware of the Sunstrike potential coming from Topson. And Ceb down bottom. He's getting hunted, but he's out with the TP. Back over towards the shrine. Gives him a tip on the way out as well. So it's better luck next time. As PSG LGD are now in position though to push down on the bottom lane. Chalice Not quite got the mana for the primal split. He does now with the bottle charges, so he's ready to go, ready to fight if OG do head down bottom. But his top lane, in fact, where Anna and JerAx are placed, and it looks like OG are unlikely to come down to here, at least before Ceb has his Blink Dagger finished.
Dire's structures.
OG's not able to really set up to push towers too well. They've got a Chen. They want to be able to take some more building advantage versus LGD's lineup, but it's LGD constantly knocking on their buildings.
And they're also under-leveled on the side of OG, really struggling. That Invoker just hit level 6, Chen's still level 4, as is the IO.
So much weight gonna be in his Axe's shoulders. Find play after play around the map to get. The thing is that that's the one thing that they can do, right? If once that Axe gets Blink Dagger, the way to get Topson back in the game is Sunstrike kills. He has to get the last hits with that Sunstrike.
And it is really quick iron timing from Ceb. 9 minutes in, he's going to have the Blink Vanguard done. So he really does have to make something happen with this. If he's unable to do something with this timing, it's going to cost the team a lot. They prioritize giving Ceb that safe lane on the bottom, where he's been able to farm up 9 minutes in, Blink and Vanguard. He has to make the plays happen now.
And there's also smoke on the courier, so they can immediately go for that. Let's see what their target is. Brewmaster looks like he's in a pretty good position to break it, just in case. But they're eyeing up maybe in the mid lane.
Top Anna, JerAx heading over, but Chalice, he's in, he's ready with the counterplay, pause the primal split. Anna and JerAx in a lot of trouble as JerAx gets focused down by the primal split. They've got the snowball in onto Anna, back up his inbound. Ceb, he's on the side, can he look for the play, jumps in, gets the call, the Sunstrike down as well as Anna's back in, they get the dunk off, they'll kill off FY, but now Anna and Ceb, they've got to somehow get out of it. Arme into the axe form, manages to punch down Anna, Ceb's in trouble too, he looks for another call off, can he get the spins, that's the question. JerAx comes in, he's giving him the regen and the spin, it's a dunk, Ceb gets the second, he finds the double kill as JerAx will be fine, and so will Ceb. Ceb gets sent back by No-Tail and TP's back in straight away. He wants to keep this fight going. We'll see if he finds another opportunity to get another blink off. Tries to go for X-Nova, but X-Nova just out of range still. The Spirits hitting into him. They'll chase down. Do they have the damage to burst him? The Culling Blade just enough to bring him down, so he gets bursted by the Sunstrike. OG certainly showing signs of being able to utilize this axe to take the fights against PSG LGD.
Some small signs of life. Topson, thankfully, actually like that. That dunk is great. Sure, he doesn't get the last hit, but it gives it to the Invoker. He needs to get these kills to catch back up in levels in particular. Because the gold wasn't so much that the Invoker got, but it's all about getting levels up on this hero right now.
Yeah, exactly what Ceb needed to push his team back in the game. Now, Invoker feels comfortable enough to go for that Midas and another death on the Morphling side too. I'm not exactly sure what he was an axe. He was as axe and then just got uplifted. High duration, but
yeah, it did look like he didn't shift back into his into Morphling in time. He just got that caught him off guard, I guess. Because we have 2,500 gold on Samus. He hasn't quite picked anything up just yet. Maybe wanting to decide if he wants to be the one that goes for the Radiance. Because I did see Chalice queued up earlier, but I think they're kind of debating who's going to get it at a better timing versus this Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Bloodseeker goes for here. Late mail is so-so, but I think that axe is just causing him tons of issues.
Sunstrike.
They got the call off Chalice. It's going to be fine though. FY's in with the snowball, buying time. Now Chalice looks to turn towards JerAx. JerAx is going to have to relocate back out in a second. In fact, they get the call, they get the kill. They get the dunk off onto Chalice, they get the dunk off onto Nova.
And up top.
Oh, they're fighting more maybe. JerAx, Hand of God, keeps it safe for now. Somnus is back in, finishing off the kill, but Ceb jumps in, has the call. Have they got the damage? Yes, they do. Sébastien Debs up and down the map, getting these kills, making it happen with the Axie 6-0-1, utilizing that 9-minute Blink Dagger and Vanguard to perfection.
He is coming in so clutch. During all this, Topson is just sitting in the triangle of the Dire jungle, farming, while Sébastien just runs around and makes play after play after play. They bring back the relocate with that axe top, and it seems like it catches LGD a little bit off guard.
Axe likes this very
And with this space, as you say, he's very close to the Midas, Topson.
Yep. Level 9, Bloodseeker level 11, quite a recovery.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared for the cores of LGD now. I mean, looks like Bloodseeker going for the Shadow Blade, maybe potentially a Silver Edge later, but it's still going to be very tough. They kind of just have to ignore this axe and hope that the Brewmaster finds him before he can get that jump.
$2K lead now for OG. We say with that Midas on Topson, as long as they can keep making the space for him, he's going to be able to farm at a pace that will allow him to catch back up with the cores of PSG LGD.
On OG, they have a lot of ways. With the Axe, they have so many ways. It's actually like a team fighter and also a pickoff hero. While in LGD, their team fight is pretty reliant on the Brewmaster having his ulti up. Besides that, they're just a lot about pickoffs. So OG does have a little bit of a window here with this level 13
Shadowblade. The reveal from Somnus. Straight in onto Anna. Anna's got the doppelganger, gets himself out of the blood right, goes for the TP away, but the snowball's there from FY. Quick uppercut to finish off Anna at the same time down bottom. They get the call, the Sunstrike. It does not look like it's nearly enough damage though to bring him down as the stick charges come out and so do the TPs. The counterplay being looked for Chalice. Trying to find Ceb. Ceb is going to blink up in a second and does it get off? The clap was there. Chalice able to cancel the blink but JerAx comes through. Ceb trying to fight back. He's got the call. Can he get the spins off in time into the dunk? The stick charges though. Keep Chalice safe. Allow him to get the split off at the same time in the jungle. FY and Arme, they've found No-Tail. They'll be able to pick off the Chen to the side as Arme in the Axel gets the call, controlling No-Tail. The Cyclone from Chalice throwing Ceb up. But they won't look to fight into him anymore. Ceb will be fine. Just No-Tail to fall there off the back of that play. But both cores again of LGD keeping themselves alive. They Chalice with the clutch stick play there as he was very close to getting burst down by the Culling Blade.
Looks like they're trying to set up on Topson on top.
Ame going for it early, Morbid Mass so we can stay sustained in that. And also, later on, he could build onto a very useful item versus that Axe. Because you expect that the Axe is going to have a Blade Mail pretty early in this game. And Morphling's very susceptible to a Blink Axe.
That's the bait play. They get the call onto the two of them. Ceb jumps in. The Sun strikes down. The stun as well. The micro play. They've got the lockdown onto both of them. Somnus falls as well. No-Tail with his army of creeps. Holding them down, getting the 2 kills.
They just can't fight into Ceb right now. He's everywhere. He's at bounties. He's all around the map with the relocate. And every time they fight into him, they lose.
And that Blade Mail's getting dangerously close as well for Ceb.
He can kill the Bloodseeker as well as the Morphling pretty much any time that he fights them around the map with this Blade Mail.
And they just don't have enough damage from him. Like, he's not going to be running around with Rupture, and Enchantress isn't going to be hitting him when he has the Blade Mail on. Morphling doesn't have enough items, so he's still going to be a threat for some time to come. And Brewmaster ult is a very long cooldown relative to how often Ceb can initiate.
Fine. He is going to be drawn back very, very far there. Ceb blinks away as FY now surrounded as the relocate comes through. And JerAx in to pick up the kill on FY.
4K gold advantage, a 6,000 experience advantage, and this is just OG running around his 3 or 4 heroes, while Topson is so happy now.
He's climbing back into the game.
Recovered.
He absolutely has. He's now level with the farm of Arme's Bloodseeker, and down bottom again, Ceb finding the opening to make these plays happen as Somnus found out it in the jungle. Ceb 7-0-4 on his Axe.
And he wants to keep going. Ame shown his face in mid. It starts to strike more. Call off the mark.
Space is there for them to push down on this tier 1 mid. TP coming in from Chalice. He's got the Primal Split available. Arme looking to kick the fight off. Waveforms forward. Chalice jumps in with the clap. Holding off on the Primal Split for now. Now lets it out. Ceb tries for the call, but the Primal Split's already there. X-Nova with a wraparound. The impetus onto No-Tail. No-Tail's gone. The Cyclone sending Ceb out of the fight at the moment. Up into the air. Arme in there still tries to surround him, but Ceb gets the blink off. Away from Arme. The shards are down. Ceb tethered up by JerAx. Ceb walking back in. Tries for the call. FY goes for the snowball across towards JerAx. But now the TP, Topson's in, looks for the combo onto Arme, but Arme is back into the Morphling, starts to attribute shift back into strength. FY, uppercut on Topson, JerAx tethers across, keeping this man alive as Anna, running herself away from Chalice. Chalice trying to find JerAx, as JerAx is into the trees. We've got Ceb as well, looking for Somnus, but Somnus has the damage. They're on top of JerAx. Somnus gets the triple kill, maybe even more as Anna now all alone. No-Tail's trying to come across to help him. Anna turning towards Nova. He's stuck in there with him as Anna will possibly find over. He does. He's going to have Doppelganger back up in a second, but the Blood Bright, is it there in time? It's not. Doppelganger's back up. He could jump out. Looks towards Chalice. Spirit Lance finishes Chalice off. Anna gets another. Somnus did find No-Tail, but Anna's still going. Can Somnus kill her? The Doppelganger's there. Anna trying to phantom rush himself away, but Somnus in with the change to Diffusal Blade. Also, FY with the shards. Shoves an Igloo into the backside of Anna as he takes him down.
What a comeback there from LGD. From the start of the fight, Pretty interesting stuff to point out too. I saw Chalice jump. You saw he hesitated on his ulti. He actually killed the creep, hit level 12, skilled up the primal split, so when he went in, he actually had the higher level of the ult, so he got a cyclone in the backlines on the Phantom Lantern, delayed the fight a bit, but Ana showed up with that defusal, got a couple kills, but Somnus, the big winner in that fight, cleaning up almost everybody.
He killed Topson as soon as he showed. Topson, yeah, he's farmed, but he still has no defensive items. He just gets ruptured and run down by this Bloodseeker, and Somnus wasn't able to run around the backlines with his Shadow Blade he had.
Let's see if they can make something happen with this smoke play. Ceb is in onto Nova with the Sunstrike. It's the burst damage enough. It's more than enough.
Max Exort.
They're now set up to push onto that tier 1 tower mid, OG. Taking the one down bottom. And they should be able to find this one too. Primal split is up if Chalice wants to look to join to the fight. But they'll let that one go, PSG LGD, as OG claim the tower.
I think they're going to wait until the Bloodseeker has BKB in particular for the next fights, because when he has that, he's going to have so much more freedom to take out the IO, go for the backlines onto the Invoker, and not have to worry so much about that PL. He still really has to watch out for Ceb on that Axe, though.
They're relocating around a little bit, just using it to push out the lanes. JerAx was in the jungle, but they're forcing out the lanes a lot so that Axe does have these opportunities while LGD are still farming for the BKBs. Morphling is also, did have it queued up, but looks like he's actually going for a defusal next.
I'm going to see a replay on this once more. Again, sort of the issue when Somnus is enabled in terms of being able to just run rampant around the fights as he did, getting that triple kill. And Ana does a very good job, of course, of picking some kills up in return. But at the end of the day, the Bloodseeker is just too strong at this stage of the game. And if they cannot burst him, get that jump on him to start the fight off.
Took out half of no kills in one hit.
There they go. FY looking to lead in pretty deep here with the snowball onto Topson. Chalice jumps forward as well. They're trying to burst him, but Topson gets the tornado, the MP out as well. But Chalice is already there with the primal split, so he can stand his ground and finish off the Invoker.
Next couple of minutes, though, will be a good time for them to fight. I think without the Brewmaster there, the Cyclone, the Axe, I think that Ceb will be able to destroy them in the fights. So this is a pretty good window for them if they want to try and force objective. I'm still curious about that defusal pickup with Morphling. I guess maybe he's planning on replicating into the Phantom Lantern for a lot of these fights.
Very quick snowball by FY. FY actually has a Blink Dagger finished up on himself, so they actually have a pretty good way to counter that Axe call now in the fights for LGD. But right now, without Primal split down, I do think it is OG's time to try to make some moves and capitalize on LGD while they're split up.
They've got to try and find that Blink call before the BKB is popped by Somnus, as he is ready with it. Zana getting spaced down bottom, only Arme down here to keep tabs on him. A very close game, 21-19, 21 minutes in. Less than a 1K advantage for OG, as they did get ahead after recovering the lanes, but now PSG LGD catching back up.
Starting on Roche right now. It's not the easiest Roche, but Naruto does have the Medallion of Courage, but yeah, they use the Brewmaster ulti to secure the Invoker kill. But if you're trading that for an Aegis, I think that's well worth it for OG, but certainly LGD aren't going to let it go down with that fight.
OG, they will jump in, they get the call onto Xnova, the MP down as well as Topson moves him the combo. Xnova does get the heal off and is able to back away. Now starts throwing impetus in onto Ceb. The tornado is going to be blocked off by Somnus with the BKB. Another call comes out from Ceb. The Sunstrike from Topson did find the kill on Xnova. The send back on Ceb, keeping him safe. Ceb back to base, TP's back towards the shrine immediately. As OG, they remember up and Ana, he's on top of Somnus. The BKB, of course, now worn off, but they'll find Somnus as well. A double kill for Topson as OG take a successful fight around the pit. They're at a 74% win probability now on Dota Plus, as OG, with those kills, go back towards the Roshan. There's a regen room waiting here for them as well, as this Roche will go their way. OG regaining that lead that they created.
I love how adamant Ceb was about just making the fight happen, right? They know the Primal split is down. They saw Morphling down bottom, split pushing too, so they're like, we have to make a fight happen so that they can't actually zone us out of this Roche pit in this time when we've got our window. LGD, they're just very dependent on this Primal split steal here for the fights. As it looks like it's going to be Radiance, as we were mentioning earlier, for Chalice to deal with that PL illusions.
Yeah, Topson's more than online now with that Axe. It's been up for a couple minutes. Axe also going for that Shadow Blade so he can get more pickoffs around the map. BKB is not super great versus the Axe, so that's one of my primary concerns for the course of LGD. Especially if you have Blood Rage on you. That's a scary part if you're Somnus.
So, as you say, I'll be interested to see how this works out for the Morphling. Arme, with the diffusal blade complete, not something that we see every day, but sort of, as you theory-crafted, Ben, something that maybe he's looking to utilize in the fights when he takes over, sort of control of becoming the Phantom Lancer.
That's the best reason I can think of.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can see. That's a very good call back.
I mean, it's also good for him to try and eliminate the IO early on. He doesn't have a Glimmer Cape, but it's still going to be pretty tough with this Morphling. Especially without BKB, he's very susceptible to the Invoker.
It can also help him like set up some kills alone, right? If he does find anybody straggling around on the side lanes, he can pick them off with that diffusal easily.
They're hunting. Waveform TP keeps Arme safe though. He's out of the jungle.
Yep, now the Shadow Blade is going to be complete on Ceb, and I think the Manta Style is also coming out on the Phantom Lancer, so two big items, and with his Aegis, this is their time to shine. It doesn't even matter if Brewmaster has his ultimate. I don't think they're strong enough to take him out right now, so yeah, just need to stall for a little bit, wait for that Radiance, get your farm up, maybe get a BKB up on the Morphling, and then you'll be in fighting shape.
Yeah, fighting into OG just seems way too difficult, especially with JerAx, who's now level 15, has the tethered X bonus, and also has a full mech. So that's going to counteract a lot of the damage that LGD is already lacking in their fights right now.
So definitely just don't want to fight. They have a very good ward setup on the side of LGD. They have 4 spread out throughout the map, and unless OG are willing to commit a couple of smokes, I don't see them getting any huge pickoffs right here or huge objectives after a fight.
OG's got good momentum pushing in on every single lane. We even have the Axe Illusions cutting some waves too. All 3 lanes pushing in onto LGD's side right now. As OG, they're spamming those chat whales. They're getting like, into it now.
They're feeling good. They're feeling it. Absolutely. Another tower taken by OG.
Oh, Ceb is on the prowl immediately too.
Wow. How did it?
My thrift.
Oh, they have a reward over there. I was wondering how he saw that coming.
So yeah, takes the morph duration as well on that Morphling, as we've been seeing a lot of players. Well, the few players that do play Morphling still have been doing. Full Manta diffusal and that Aegis on Ana. He is feeling very confident. He commits forward onto Xnova.
Oh, with the Sunstrike down, it doesn't matter. They are going to be able to juke it out here with the Snowball. Ana still trying to fight forward. He's feeling confident with the Aegis. Tornado will clip onto Xnova, but he's got the heal out and he'll be fine. Ana has been ruptured now, needs the backup. JerAx in with the tether. And with the Doppelganger dodging the Blood Bright, as OG will be more than fine.
There's so much first steal coming out.
Yeah.
With the tether and the Hand of God, and then the mech.
I'm looking for another tier 2 tower. OG really starting to overtake the map. That's bottom lane. Ceb, he's in. The call, there's no attribute shift in time. Arme can't react with that Shadow Blade blink initiation.
Power of that blade mail versus the Morphling, but also he was get hit by that huge Sunstrike that's so early on.
He has no buyback here, so OG. Let's see if they can get anything more out of this one as they're into the base, chasing down Xnova. Xnova being focused by Ana. The Illusion Army chasing him down, trapping him in the trees as he'll fall. OG, they've found 2. They're up onto the high ground looking at this tier 3 tower.
And look at this, they even used the Axe tether on the Chen, so there's a Chen Ancient there and more health for them.
Oh, look at this push they've got going. As the Rax now join Chalice, jumps in, does get the primal split out, finds JerAx. JerAx has gone, FY goes in with the uppercut. Ana trying to clean out some of these primal split illusions as JerAx will buy back. He's coming in with a relocate. Ceb being focused, but they're killing the primal split. It's only just down to the earth for the Wind Panda. The Wind Panda getting himself away from the fight as he will still survive, but they've got the vision. Can he escape in time? Chalice! Oh! Nearly dies during the primal split, but Chalice will survive. OG, what's the plan now? Do they want to just get out of here? Ceb trying to get in position with his Shadow Blade. He's found Arme. Arme's in the peel at the moment as Arme just gets taken down. Dead for 50 seconds. Topson being chased by Somnus. They've got the dust down Topson as well. Xnova picked up inside of the snowball. Topson will fall. They'll find Ana too as LGD will hold despite Arme going down once again. Can they get Ceb as well? JerAx is there at the side, but he does not have relocate available. There's no save for Ceb.
Did he just hold that snowball until the Aegis finished?
Yeah. What? He waited that whole time for it to get. That
is unbelievable.
Oh my God.
And effectively at the end of the day, a full team wipe there by PSG LGD. Xnova, he'll survive as well. They hold that middle lane. They may have lost to tier 3, but they keep those racks alive. The push OG back.
Coming in from Chalice and FY there. FY with the clutch snowball play there on that Aegis, of course. And Chalice, look at the damage he did in that fight. 6,600 because of that radiance. Like you said, they were killing the primal split.
They were so close to killing it.
There was still one alive, so each time you kill one, the radiance just keeps passing along to the next one over and over again, so he just keeps dealing all that damage in the fight.
I can't believe he survived.
I can't believe it. Was so close to dying. What a turnaround by LGD, as it was a 7,500 gold lead for OG there, chunked down all the way to 2K, and the experience is now favoring LGD. And
they had a different way of dealing with the Axe this time, which was Rupture and just kind of leave him alone. He didn't really want to run around. He's not that tanky, especially when the Vyse is tethering up someone else. But this defusal choice, he got wrecked.
Yeah, he did.
strong. I mean, you can understand, as you say, he wants to try and fight as the PL, but that of course leaves him very vulnerable to getting caught out by Ceb's blink call initiation.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if PL were like the trump card in this game, with no axe and with very little AoE on the side of OG, it would have been a great choice. This time, I mean, there's not that many great items for him. I'm not really a big fan of BKB on him at this point in the game, but he does need to be able to not die with 1,000 HP.
I think he just stays. I think he just stay morphed up very, very high strength, and then jump into the fights, turn to the PL, and then that's when he can just thrive off of it. Because if he's staying low, like you said, he just dies over and over again to the call, blade mail, or just Sunstrike.
Smoke on smoke action. Here's LGD wrap around along the river.
They've got level 18 on the brew, so level 3 primal split at the ready. Chalice on the high ground.
OG got that ward down in time, and that's going to set up for Ceb to find the job. And Vyse comes in with the snowball save. Keeps his team alive for now. They're rolling on Ceb. Ceb gets the blade mail, now turns towards Chalice. Chalice, he gets the split off. Ceb, he's gone down. JerAx now focused as well by PSG LGD. They'll get the two of them. Ceb's brought back. The chase for Somnus onto Notel into the trees. Sets up for a double kill on the Bloodseeker. And Ceb, he's been set up into the skies by Chalice's Cyclone. Ceb gets the blink off. He's got the Shadow Blade too, but they've already lost 3 on OG. The dust is out. It will clip Ceb. They've got the stun control from the Mud Golem, stopping Chalice getting the blink through. As Ceb will just escape there. FY with that save.
That's the snowball play. Chalice even got cold snapped, but just having that extra miss rate, he actually doesn't get that other one proccing on him, so he's able to get the primal split off. Unbelievable.
Every single team fight, FY and Chalice are just doing so much in terms of control.
Yeah, Topson tried his best to stop that split from going off. Yeah. He realized exactly what was that was crazy.
Unreal.
So that's 2 times Brewmaster just narrowly escaped death. They were sitting right on top of his reward. That was a double call coming out from Ceb to start the fight. They thought that they had that one in the bag.
Yeah, it looked like the perfect initiation, right? Yep. But FY is just like, nope. That's why we have the Tusk. Those snowball saves, as we mentioned.
And now he has a Yules too. And this Yules is excellent versus the Axe. So
look at this again. I mean, that ward, it looked perfect, but FY in with that save, taking them out of the combo. Topson, it just set up for the follow-up. And again, as always, Chalice getting that split off just in time. And at that point, it was pretty much impossible for OG to take the fight back around in their favor. You see Ceb buy back straight away, but he's already losing the rest of his team.
It looks like he didn't even have vision on Maybe there. He was shadow bladed up and was still able to get the call out on him. Just needed a tiny bit more burst.
And immediately, because of that play as well, you see PSG LGD de-warding that area of the map.
De-warding the whole, their whole side of the map even. They're just like, we do not want this Axe with shadow.
Look how many sentries.
What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 sentries placed around? Xnova is like, I've got treads, I'm happy, I will buy sentries and observers.
That guy does not mess around. He still does a fair amount of damage too, only with his treads.
I mean, if he can also just even enchant a PL illusion, he can start his own army going in a lot of these fights too. We haven't seen happen too much, but...
They're trying really hard to kill these ancient creeps, but...
He gets out in time, the dragon. His bottom. They want to fight this. They've found FY, Ceb. They're going to close the gap. The Sunstrike's down, but it's off the point. They'll still get the call off, though. Dragging FY back into the clutches of them as they find the Tusk.
It's still going to be tough for Ceb, though. I think the Tusk was looking for enough gold to buy Shadow Blade. He's already very, very fond of his fuels. It's pretty much a mandatory BKB call coming out from Max now. When he started the fight, forget about the snowball.
Ceb.
Yeah, I mean, they need that BKB on the Axe now so that he doesn't get disabled before he gets those jumps off.
But even if he has a BKB, they can still get snowball.
It's
really hard for Ceb right now, especially if FY continues to play the way he has been.
I think they have to find a way to get the back line. They have to find this Tusk in these fights while they do the initiation at the same time as the Axe. I think it's up to Topson to really find that opportunity. It's very tough for him, though. Him and the PL have to try to cause some distraction so Ceb can get that call off successfully.
It looks like Tusk is actually, he's swapped up his build. He wants to go for Aeon Disc as opposed to that Shadow Blade that he just had a quick buy. Maybe just thinking along the same that you were, Fog. If they jump him, it might be over. Yeah, this is going to be able to dispel it, and he's going to be able to still go for that opportunity too. Once that Aeon Disc procs, he can even get the blink up afterwards if they can't deal damage to him in time. Once it, since you can't take damage there in Aeon Disc.
I mean, as this game does go on, I mean, we're already at the 33-minute mark at the moment. Does one sort of lineup come out ahead in the late game in sort of your eyes?
It's kind of hard to say because of how much work the Chalice is putting. I'd say probably LGD just because this Brewmaster's had such impeccable performance.
See mid, can they get the jump? Anna's going to show himself. Somnus posts the Shadow Blade, turns with the Rupture. Chalice goes in with the jump, posts the BKB. Starts to punch into Anna, the blood brights down. Anna getting silenced to be able to Manta start it off. Starts to back away, the Sunstrike on Xnova, but it's off the point. Xnova will survive. Anna getting focused, Topson tried to come into for the side with the combo, but the snowball again from FY, buying time for Sunus. He looks towards Ceb, but he just beats into the blade belt. Ceb's able to turn and get the kill. There'll be the buyback for the Bloodseeker. Anna trying to hold still with Chalice. He's got his number. He knows exactly which one he is, Anna. Looking at Doppelganger, does manage to get up to the high ground, but Somnus with the buyback, he's there, ready to claim the kill.
Those two are dead without buyback. They're down for 80 seconds. There's a Roche available too here for LGD.
Topson's immediately down bottom.
Also pushing in. Look at this army.
He's got that extra Forge Spirit summoned, and indeed with the Ancient Black Dragon, the Mug Golem, and the Cobalt, they're in. They're pushing in.
Yeah. They have to bring Chalice down. He's the only one with the TP on his core heroes.
They get the jump. They've got the dust. Topson can play his way out of this FY with the control, meaning that JerAx cannot save him in time, as JerAx will TP out. No Tail as well. And will get away.
Look at Roche.
PSG LGD. They'll take the cheese. There we go.
And Morbling's finally at that area of HP where he's comfortable. He can do a lot of damage and still be relatively tanky and not die in a call. Ceb has not been able to get these clean calls. He still does not have his BKB. He's had so many items, but that is the one key one he's been missing.
Just so much disruption being caused in the fights from this Brewmaster. Just every single time he's getting into the front lines, messing with everything LG wants to do.
Absolutely. And he's Shiva's guard closing in. Jump, FY, he's found himself No Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, there's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No Tail as Arme comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. And I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Ceb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. It's one of the most playable in the game as an alternate.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Anna, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
JerAx did his best to keep Anna alive, but Anna wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Ceb.
Oh, I'm just going to this here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, JerAx is going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis route. As Arme will show himself. JerAx goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Topson though, we'll find Xnova.
Ceb in as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Ceb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Ceb's life miserable.
He's just toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Ceb.
Ceb's got to get out.
Oh, Ceb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Ceb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Anna is going to look towards the Tusk. As Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Anna, Ceb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Anna's got a TP available. He's into the trees. He's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Ceb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Ceb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is loving the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Freaks. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because JerAx doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Topson, see, he does have a Linken Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Ceb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those blink calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for Aegis to expire.
Ceb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY. There with the snowball save, he's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Ceb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Ceb held back for now. Topson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Ceb back. They're able to get Ceb back to safety, and Topson is running away. Xnova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the shrine, but Topson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that Xnova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. I mean, Xnova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, Xnova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Topson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back here. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of Rack. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Topson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Ceb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Topson getting focused by Somnus. Ceb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's brought back for this one. The deafening blast onto the 3 of them, knocks them back. But Ana gets focused. Ceb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Topson. Who's in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
so close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Topson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Ceb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I get the head of this team fight. I mean, LGD are a bit low, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Ceb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Ceb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Rosh right now so they can get that refresher, but
Radiant's top shrine.
It's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off of that, right? Yep. It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on JerAx, so protected in home. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke. It's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled.
Ana is in the trees. They're on the high ground. They've got the vision with the Shivas covered. Ana's on his way over. They've got the snowball down. There's the counterplay. Ceb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out. The Sunstrike's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Ceb pots the BKB. He'll try and stand his ground, but Ceb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As JerAx as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom rune, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
See Ana. Still holding on to that buyback on JerAx. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting, is it enough to hold OG in the game?
You see No-Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will. As they get upon him, they find his life. 1 minute now without No-Tail and without Ceb. Topson, Ana, and JerAx. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
JerAx is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Ana up in the skies. As this racks on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose their top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Rosh is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to deward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roach fake out.
So Ana is on top of X-Nova. Ghost's going to get a set. He's in. The call, the epic, the counter, but FY's in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's got it off. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice wall. They get on top of Ceb. Ceb's in trouble. Ceb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. With a doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Topson, the self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No-Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No-Tail. No-Tail pops the hand of God, but No-Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Ana. He's been left behind in Topson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? JerAx coming in, keeping Ana alive. Ana with a doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Ana trying to go in, looking for the kill. as X-Nova will survive. JerAx back in the combo. Meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Bombs the Shiva's gone. He's on top of JerAx. JerAx is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Summoners? And X-Nova is so low. As the buyback for JerAx comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the Attraction. They find him. Ame, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the block? They can! OG are still in the game. Ame buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Ceb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from JerAx onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with him with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Ceb,
yeah,
he's looking straight for the plate. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting Somnus. He's there, Ceb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Ceb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the doppelganger. There's a Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the head. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Ceb, he's finding, looking for Ame. Big Daddy No-Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Ame able to waveform up to the high ground. As Ame should be fine here.
Topson's got the ghost, so he's got Hex up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Ame's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back. Real one.
Goes for the waveform. Ceb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Ame.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without JerAx for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25 is now coming out on OG. Topson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken down as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a reflection.
There's
no way they get this. There's no way LGD can get
and the Ceb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG or JerAx now. At all.
The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE is really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. But just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double Hex coming out now for Topson, and these 5-second BKBs. Yeah, I mean, they were crushing with it.
Topson's being spotted out.
He's got the vision. They're on top of him. Topson, he's in trouble. The Nullify comes out, but he got the Ghost Walk off as well as the Hex in time. Now, Somnus turns up, the blood runs down. Topson! He's dead for 100. Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
FY, just what a shadow play. It just, as soon as they split up, he finds the perfect opportunity there on Topson.
You got to be careful going out on the map when FY's alive. There's every chance in the world that he's going to be watching you from the trees.
And at this point, I think for Ame, it's actually going to be very worth it for him to actually just try and burn all the mana from the Fancy Lancer, so he can't doppelganger all the time. That's causing a huge issue in the team fights. And I see that Chalice is using his Dispel Magic every single cooldown on these Phantom Lancer illusions, but there's still way too many that are causing havoc to these teams.
It's too constant. Like that doppel cooldown being 3 seconds just allows him to always be able to play around a little bit around the brew. They don't really have this crazy AoE when you look at LGD's lineup to just clear out those illusions. It's really a lot based off them just trickling them down slowly with like the Shivas and the Radiants and knowing exactly which one it is.
Yep, he doesn't have the crit talent, but now he does have crit from that Bloodthorn coming out.
It's a lot of damage that Anna can offer to the fights now.
And Brewmaster without BKB, very vulnerable. Cold Snap, Bloodthorn, Berserker's Call, there's a lot of ways that they can prevent him from getting that ult.
He just commits it from the back, just to be careful.
Make sure that he can get it off and get some damage in onto tier 3s. Anna's going to start to try and fight against these Primal Split Brewlings. He'll be able to find one of them. He has been silenced. He'll take down the Wind Panda 2 as well by the looks of it. There's only the Earth Panda prevails. Ceb jumps and he gets the call onto the Panda, popping the BKB as well, so they won't kill the Brewlings off. They do force PSG LGD away long enough that Topson does not have to expend his buyback. It's Topson back in the game.
But then they're utilizing the PL very well too, by replicating him and sending illusions to get some extra damage on the tower. It's just one Rax left that's holding LGD away from Mega Creeps.
And they're straight out. They're ready with the aggressive play, OG. Topson, can he find a catch? He's close to having vision onto X-Nova.
Should be able to find X-Nova. He is stalking him. He got sights of him for a second. He was a bit far away though.
Oh, the tornado. It's got him. Topson drops the combo down upon him. The stun comes out though. Oh, the counterplay. JerAx is there though with the heal, the tether. Keeping Topson alive with the Abyssal Blade down. Can they see the hand of God comes through? Topson still alive, but Chalice get the primal spit out. He's been stunned. Topson, the cheese, he's fine. Topson, he goes down. They get the kill onto the Invoker. No tail. Being chased by Arme. The bash is coming through, but the blade mail was already out from Ceb. He tries to get the call off. The bash of the Cataclysm isn't enough to find the kills. Anna leading forward. The Bloodthorn onto FY. Gets the kill onto FY. FY bites back straight away. Anna looking towards Somnus again. The doppelganger. Arme on top of Topson. Topson being saved by JerAx. JerAx with the tether. Arme turns into Tendril Gemma. There's the call. Ceb, he catches Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes to Hex. They've got Somnus as well. Oh, gee. Double kill for Ceb. The clutch buybacks coming into play. Nobody has a buyback available right now. As OG stand with 5 alive on the map, 100 seconds without the Morphling.
This Doppel talent is just destroying LGD. They have no way to actually find Anna. Like Ben said, the Brewmaster's constantly using the Dispel, but it's so hard to find the real PL amongst all these illusions in all this chaos of the fights with tornadoes and chaos meters and everything falling all over the place.
And look at this. The tier 3 tower falling. Anna frontlining it all. What's he scared of? The Blood Bride will come out. Chalice with the Shiva's Guard trying to initiate. But Anna, he's poking, prodding, beating down, and on the side, Topson jumps in. Chalice gets in with a big the call. Ceb, he's got the disable into Chalice to them. The damage they come on top of Chalice. He's into the snowball. FI buying time for him, but now he's vulnerable. He's gets Hex. He gets Bloodthorn. Chalice plays back. Straight back into the game. Anna trying to find his attention onto X-Nova. Chalice leaning forward. The Tornado going to be off the market. Only catches out the Bloodseeker, but Ceb, he's looking for the follow-up. Jumps in. Gets the call. The BKB was out in time. But Anna's on top of it. The damage. Ceb's got the blade ball. FY with the snowball again. Topson, JerAx focusing the Rags. Topson gets the Hex up onto X-Nova. Ceb healed up by JerAx. Anna still full health at the moment as the Brewlings are pushed back to the base. OG get the bottom melee Rax. As still 30 seconds to play without the Morphling in the game. They move towards the mid lane. OG, can they really get it all here? The mid Rax falling. They've taken a full second set. 15 painful seconds for LGD.
They're going to keep going. They want to claim their megas.
Another tier 3 falls. OG onto the final set of Rags that LGD have left standing. As Anna, he gets kicked back. He's separated from the team, but he has the doppelganger. He's been ruptured. He needs help, but he needs it now. JerAx in with the top of the hand of God. Give it that double heal. The relocate as well. JerAx gets him out. As OG will successfully disengage before that Morphling's back in, as they found both Rags. JerAx will die for this one, almost certainly, as he looks to tether across, but a nullifies upon him. He has buyback though, and OG just took so much away from PSG LGD, as they only have a lone range Rax standing on the top lane.
I can't believe this is only 3 Rax left in this game, and one of them is a range Rax on the side of LGD. Buyback status. I saw X that was buyback. It was only like 600 or 700, which is crazy. But JerAx also kind of in that same network territory, looking at a very cheap buyback. But 2 in the game left: IO and the PL. PL is almost unkillable at this point. Like even without the Wisp, it's still really difficult. With the Wisp, just don't even try.
We'll see this again. It's a save here from JerAx.
The control is just not there, and they don't have the way to kill all these illusions constantly. And of course, look at JerAx coming in, starts that relocate channel, and is able to get it off. No one gets the control on him.
Keeping it cool at the time that it means the most, but he's still able to crack a smile here in Game 4 of the TIA Grand Finals. OG making a stand, now leading 9K advantage in net worth. LD able to join us.
I don't believe they actually have any force stabs inside Belgium. That's generally how you deal with a Scythe of Vyse. And I think they can get a Scythe of Vyse on the core, get a blink call, and that hero is likely dead without buyback at this point. So OG, I would say definitely favorite at this point of the game, especially with PL having buyback. LGD, they have a couple minutes to think about what they want to do before this next Roshan.
Yeah, they can't be totally reliant on FY just getting these perfect snowball saves, or even like I saw in the last fight too when it was down bottom, he even tried like walrus kicking the IO away from when he was tethered from somebody else. They need to find some other ways to be able to save, in particular that Brewmaster, who is just time and time again is the most important hero, it does seem, for LGD.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they do with the BKB call. The snowball is the only thing, but they have Bloodthorns, they have Scythe of Vyse for the Tusk, they have a lot of things available. Maybe Aeon Disc perhaps for Brewmaster. I'm not exactly sure what the best way for him to deal with it is. Looks like he is going for an Octarine perhaps for almost permanent.
The sentry's down though. They see Topson, but Topson, he's already quick with the play. Tornado into EMP, Cold Snap as well, they've got the Hex, but there won't be any further jumping.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
They just poke at Arme.
They're trying to make space.
They got the Mega Creeps!
That's the distraction play right there.
Up against the Mega Creeps. PSG LGD, it's what stands between them and the championship title here in Game 4.
And they got it right before that wave, before that 59-minute mark too, so we already have the Mega Creep wave coming in, that momentum pushing onto LGD's side.
And you look at their lineup, can PSG LGD's heroes deal with the Mega Creeps? It's hard. They don't really have that sort of incredible D-push or AoE sort of hard hitters to deal with it.
That's kind of what they've been lacking in a lot of this game, right? That's what we've been talking about with the illusions with the PL. They've got ways to find them or ways to kill them if they find the exact one, but as for doing that, it's very tough when they don't have just the Dispel from Chalice.
And he does too much damage to ignore at this point with the Bloodthorn. And on top of that, Roshan is going to respawn in about 1 minute's time. LGD, I think their buybacks are going to cool down around that time, but I just don't think they can withstand this onslaught from OG. They really want to be able to defend this Roshan. It's super obvious when there's Mega Creeps. Mega Creeps, that's the luxury that you have. You can just wait a couple of seconds. You know, the Creeps will be hitting at your T4s if you wait.
As Ana commits forward. Has no boots, but a full Eye of Scotty. 3,800 health now on this PL, who hasn't been dying for a very long time. Now he's got easier ways, easier kill opportunity, and much more survivability.
Yeah, he probably has like maybe 7,000, 8,000 HP effective with the Butterfly Evasion and the heal and Overcharge, and the Hand of God is just way too much. And the lifesteal from Shen too, which is another ability.
OG clearing out the pit. Very, very soon to be spawning Roshan, and PSG LGD are well aware.
Roshan's up. It looks like only OG knows.
Arme and Ana. He's losing action. Arme's gonna get caught out by the tornado though. They've opened up onto him. Arme trying to get on top of Ana. The BKB pop by challenge. He'll get the ult out. No Tail getting got up straight away by FY with the snowball. No Tail's dead for 100. They'll get the Chen. Ana in the midst of it trying to lock down onto FY. Rest of his team about to come over to get the tornado. Out onto Ceb. Looking for the cool control onto Arme. Has he got it? Arme getting stunned up by the cold snap, but he's able to wait for him. The high ground. Topson blinks in. He gets the hex out, but FY with the snowball save. They get the bash out. Soldiers will be able to find the IO, but they're fully low OGD. That Soldiers dead for 2 minutes. They get Topson. Topson dead for 2 minutes. Only Ana. Ana, can he do it here? Is it half-bell save? Kept alive off the back of that fight, as that very much looked like PSG LGD were able to tip OG over the edge, but that plus 100 Berserker score, you could see Ceb as well being very careful with how he used it, keeping it to that opportune moment after any potential sort of Manta dodges have been done by Thomas Arme, and he gets the call.
9 doppelgangers used just in that area around the Ancients from the PL. Just the constant barrage of illusions giving that distraction to allow Ceb to get that call off.
And that's another Roshan for OG.
These fights have to be so hectic for the players. There's like 30 PLs.
There's just both sides. I mean, even the Enchantress is like taking a PL, and then the Morphling turns into PL.
I'm just impressed we haven't had any frame drops. You know?
That's true.
Zana. Down the middle lane.
Just walking down with a DD.
The tier 4s. Anna says he's done with this. He wants to end this game. The buyback will come out from FY. Anna. It's going to be snowballed. Anna. He's in. He's not got any backup on the way. FY will be able to get out with the invis, but this doppelganger. Just over and over again, meaning that Anna could just stand in. Now he's got the backup of JerAx. He gets Hex! Oh, he didn't expect it! He didn't expect the Hex, but he's still fine! JerAx at the Otis, but X-Nova into the snowball. They'll turn toward JerAx. The Hannibal coming out. JerAx has been nullified. They hit doppelganger once again. X-Nova. He will survive for now. But buybacks were forced out by that aggressive play from Anna. At the same time, Ceb did buyback himself on the axe. But LGD are back up as a full 5-man.
Jesus, this is insane.
I mean, Anna was super safe there. I'm not exactly sure why Ceb bought back, but I mean, he has heart, he has Wisp behind him, he has Aegis, he has everything. His buyback.
And as you can see there, that is the big difference. There are 4 buybacks available on OG. Only 1 available for LGD.
All this momentum pushing in. And an Arcane Rune up top. If they give that to Anna, oh my god. Even more illusions, even more doppels.
Oh,
let's go.
That is
2.1 second cooldown.
2.1 second cooldown.
Oh man.
Okay. Azana.
This is it.
He's ready to put it to use. Straight into the base he goes, doppling forward, he gets the jump onto X-Nova, the Ghost Scepter keeping X-Nova fine for now. Anna looking to turn his commitment towards Arme. Topson comes in with a Deafening Blast from the side, the EMP finishes X-Nova off. He's dead for 110, Ceb pots the BKB, looks for the cool control onto FY, but FY does get the snowball off in time. Arme looking on top of JerAx, but Topson turns, they get the Hex out onto him, he'll get himself back into the ball fleet, the BKB's out in time as Arme cuts down Rojo with a waveform, finds the kill. Anna looking to get on top of Arme, the BKB's about to wear off. The Mega Creep speeding down upon the edge of the OG. Ceb in again. The call on top of Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes. A chalice. BKB pop. He's trying to commit, trying to deal with Anna being silenced by the blood right. But the ancient is falling. The Hex is out. They're going to be able to find themselves challenge. 3 dead on LGD. OG hitting the ancient. Hitting the ancient. We're goodbye. We are going to a game 5. CIA Grand Finals, nonetheless. OG taking game 4 at 65 minutes in.
The clutch plays from Anna and Ceb over and over again. JerAx as well, saves all over the place.
You can see the disappointment on LGD's faces too. They were like, we had
They felt like
this was it.
I mean, if you told me a month ago I'd be casting the Grand Finals at TI, I wouldn't have